video. And then picture of in the background, the form. Minimize that, and background the form and the form. It's already open on the side. It's already maximized.
What do you want to do?
I said to maximize it.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning.
morning.
Morning, morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
All right.
Adam, parent, this is Renee and Manuel. They're in San Diego, or San Antonio.
No, we're in Killeen,
A
right?
little bit north of that.
Yeah.
That area.
That is.
Getting snow, Adam. It's snowing like crazy here today.
It's coming tomorrow. It's definitely getting cold. That's for sure.
Where are you, Adam?
I'm up in Maine.
Oh, I bet it's so cold.
Yeah, it was nice last week, and now it's about 30. It was 30 degrees last night. So we're winter is coming. Winter is coming.
So, Adam, hey, Kelly, can you hear us?
I can.
All right. If you can turn on your if you're clothed, dressed, and everything, turn on the camera for us. We'd love to see you.
I'm not camera ready.
Okay, I got it. This is today's Kelly's first day with us in the group, and we have our first call today later on.
Hi, everybody. I'll be camera ready next time.
No worries, that's all right. All right. So
at least you can hear me. This is my second Zoom on my brand new computer, and last time they couldn't hear me, and I couldn't figure out why. So I'm glad at least you can hear me.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Yeah, good.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm Renee Cordero. This is my husband, Manuel. We're out of Central Texas, Killeen area, Fort Hood.
And
I'm in the Temecula area, just north of San Diego.
Nice.
Right.
Let me come on computer.
My coach. Hey, Amber.
Good morning.
Sophia May. Hi.
Hey, Manuel.
Kelly, my first coach that I had was from Temecula area.
Oh, wow.
Tom Ferry.
Who was it?
Christina Benega was her name. She's married to a Keller Williams team leader now in that area somewhere. I'm not sure what office it is, but anyway.
Oh, interesting. Small world.
Yeah. This is great. I love seeing all of you on here. So yeah, there's so many of you now who have, similar businesses. I just can't wait for you guys to start networking and getting to know each other well. I know I've said it to all of you before. I learned a lot from my coaches. I had two different coaches, and they were both Tom Ferry's right-hand people, his number one coach after himself. But I learned more from the connections and the masterminding I did. And that's what I want for all of you guys. I want you to go to events and know people, so you have someone to go to lunch with, and you just chit chat. Go to happy hour, go to dinner, whatever. Gosh, we had I had 6 husband and wife teams that I started my first mastermind group. They were all in Tom Ferry coaching, and we would go to Tom was in California back then, so we would go 4 or 5 days ahead or stay 4 or 5 days after the big summit and the other sessions, and we would go to wine country together. We stayed in Temecula one time, Kelly, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Amber's you're not far from that either, right?
Yeah, I'm in Marietta. I can't see Kelly. I think you're But hi, I'm Amber. I'm in Marietta. Are you
I'm
in
not
Temecula?
camera ready this morning.
Oh, that
I'm
is
not camera ready
okay.
this morning.
That's okay.
Today's her
scare
first
you all.
day. Today's her first day. She didn't know, but and as a matter of fact, I forgot to put that out there. But I really appreciate everybody being on camera, if at all possible, 100%.
Next time for sure. And Amber, I'm actually in Marietta as well. I'm in Greer Ranch.
Oh, awesome. Very cool. I'm in the ranchos.
Do we know how many people to expect, Coach?
Well, so there's 21 members, I think, now of the group.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Nice.
I think everybody but one or two got on, joined the group. So 3, 6, we had 9 now. 9. Yeah, we'll give another second or so. But so Renee and Manuel, they're going to present for a minute after I do. But they are, tell them about yourselves. You guys have a small team and about to start to own their own brokerage, and I'm going to grow that.
So good morning to everybody. It's so nice to meet all of y'all, and I'm so looking forward to learning from each other, collaborating together. I am Renee Cordero. This is my husband, Manuel. We have a Central Texas Premier Group here in Killeen, Texas, Fort Hood. I am part of Texas Premier Realty. My broker is actually out of San Antonio. So, but we are located here in Central Texas. So we cover all of Fort Hood, Belton, Temple, Salado, Georgetown, Pflugerville, Lampasas, all of the Central Texas area. So,
what'd you do before? Give me your background.
We, my husband and I are both retirees from the Army. So he did 21, I did 21. So we are versed in the Army ways, and so, but then after that, I worked for 2 years for a builder, Ashton Woods, in new construction. And then after that, I became a realtor, and I've been a realtor for 7 years and serving this community. So it's been very enjoyable, and I've grown a lot over the years, and there's so much still to learn. And joining Tom Ferry and having my coach, Ray here, we're looking forward to doing some great things this upcoming year.
Cool.
No, my name is Manuel. Like the boss lady said, I'm her assistant. I'll be an agent very, very shortly. We have a vision of becoming a small boutique brokerage here in Central Texas, and specialize in a military relocation. So if any one of you out there live close to a military base and know people that move to Texas, especially Fort Hood, bring them on. We would love to help them. And likewise for us, if any one of us, or if we here have anybody that's going to any one of y'all's area, of course, being part of the mastermind and Tom Ferry coaching, we would love to refer them to you. So we hope that we could exchange some contact info and all that stuff, so we can kind of keep in touch. And of course, Renee loves referrals, and as well, she loves to refer people to other agents and know that they're getting good treatment. I'm, again, not to be redundant, military retired, very extensive background in operations. So I was doing something else, and now that I'm here with her, I offered to take everything that you realtors don't want to do. Let me do it. So, I mean, you name it, I manage CRM, I manage a lot of the leads when they come in. I do everything, as long as I don't, talk to people and get in trouble with not being licensed stuff, until I get licensed. So I'm very excited to be a part of Tom Ferry Coaching. If any one of you are being coached, I think you are, I'm assuming. We will attend the Edge Sales Marketing event happening in Nashville here in December. So if you are going, we would love to meet you in person and have some time together and exchange ideas.
Are you going?
I think you're muted. I think you're muted.
Just hit the space bar.
I'm going. Yes.
There you go.
Oh.
So if anybody else, we would love to meet you in person and exchange ideas. And of course, today's purpose, I think Ray, I don't want to talk for him, but I kind of know the way he works, and the purpose is for us to collaborate and things that we and processes and things that we use to help us make a better flow and having a lot of things to make it easy to take care of our clients. Cool. We have developed a little forum called the All About Me Forum, and this started when Ray started coaching us, and he was talking about the sphere of influence forum stuff, and all this is coming to today. So I'm gonna let Ray do what he's got to do, and then I will go ahead and share my screen, and then I will talk about the forum and what we develop. Again, this is not something that is this is something that we're going to share, and it's by all means, if you want to tailor it the way it works for you, if you want to change anything on the form, this is not proprietary. This is not something that we're going to be, mad if you do. If you have an idea while I'm presenting it and you think I missed something, or you say, hey, I use this and this, by all means, and we can make this form a better fit for all of us. So again, I'll pass it on to Ray so we can start this. And again, nice to meet you, and I look forward to collaborating with y'all.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. So a couple of things real quick. Make sure your name is correct when you're signed in. Asila, yours says iPhone 13 Pro.
Oh.
Make sure you put your name in there. Hey, and for today's purposes, if you hover over your picture and then you see the mute and the 3 dots, maybe type in your next to your name, go down to rename. Next to your name, put in where you are, your location. Maybe that'll help people while we're on these calls. That'll help people get to know your face and associate where you are. Cool. Good job. Hey, so quickly, let's go around the room and do just a 30-second introduction. Kelly, you want to go? I'm going to go according to my screen.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Like I said, I'll be camera ready next time. But anyhow, this is my first time on. Coach Ray and I haven't had our first initial meeting, so just meeting everybody all for the first time today. I'm very excited to be here. I've had a long career here in real estate, been licensed since 2005, started off doing lending, kind of went through that crash for 2008 period of time. Kept my license and then came back selling resale. I've had a very good, successful time. This year has been extremely difficult, which led me to coaching. And sometimes you have to have a little bit of pain before you, grasp onto something that might be better for you. So that's kind of what led me to Coach Ray and to being here. And I'm very excited. You guys all seem like a really dynamic group of people, and I'm just happy to be here. So thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Kelly. Adam, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Adam Parent here. I'm up in Maine, and snow's on its way. I've been licensed since 2013, almost at my 10-year mark. My one and only job, so I did this right out of graduate school. So I'm learning as we go, and I'm a solo agent here up in Maine. I have 2 full-time assistants to kind of help me crush it in the Maine real estate market. So I'm excited for this, and I definitely love networking. I won't be in Nashville, but I definitely look forward to seeing you all one day in the future in person.
So just some context, Adam is the one that I talk to a lot of you about. I kind of use him as a lot of examples, right? He's like, okay, coach, I did it. What next? Here, do this, Adam. All right, I did it. Now what? And he's implement. And he's seeing great success already with our geofarming campaign. What are you up to, like 9 leads now or something after your first mailer?
Exactly. Yep. 9 opt-ins, and we're ready to take on to another neighborhood that's a little bit different, but it definitely works if you do it. And it's the long game, and that's my mindset. Is I wasn't expecting instant gratification, but when I did, it was great. It was really exciting.
Cool. Sophia May, go right ahead. Tell us who you are and your experience, background.
I'm Sophia May de la Monyoy. I mostly consulting background, technology consulting. I did that for about 18 years. Most recently, Deloitte. So mostly processes. Well, I just started in real estate. I got my license this year, and I just became full-time last week, full-time realtor. I'm yet to have a sale because this is just my first committing to it. I got my license, and I said, okay, let's figure out how we could automate the real estate process, the real estate business. And I failed at that. So I joined the Tom Ferry coaching to do it the right way this time, because on my own, it didn't work.
I see a bunch of people on here. I see a lot of people on here shaking their heads going, like, I remember. And I promise they will all help you if you have questions about anything. Post it out there. Okay, Miss Amber.
Hi guys, good morning. Amber Treat. I'm in the Marietta Temecula area, SoCal. I have been in business since 2015. Prior to that, I had an insurance agency with Farmers Insurance for 8 years, which I owned and operate. I sold that to get into real estate full time. And prior to that, I was in the lending mortgage space as an account executive. So pretty vast knowledge and a lot of facets of kind of real estate mortgage lending. I just switched over to Tom.
What's your specialty? What are you really, really good at?
I would say, I think Ray is alluding to social media. All of my business is referral based. I don't buy any leads. It's all sphere, center of influence, past clients. So I do quite a bit on social media, or at least I try to. But that's kind of my niche. I do a lot of stuff in the community. I interview local businesses and just fun stuff like that. So I would say that's probably my niche. I just brought on an executive assistant, my first kind of right hand in almost 9 years. I've done business on my own for a long time. So she's accomplished more for me in a month than I have done in nearly 9 years of selling real estate. So if I can give any recommendation to anybody, once you get ready, definitely hire somebody that can help play on your not so strong suits. She's kind of my right hand and helping me streamline systems and implementing things that Ray and I have talked about. And it's just game changer. So I'm so ready to take on 2023. And I'm so grateful to meet you guys. Well, I try and go to as many events as possible. So it's always fun to have familiar faces to hang out with. And I won't be at Edge because we've got just way too much going on at the end of the year, but I definitely hope to see you guys next year at an event.
So I'm super excited for you too with your stuff that we're going to be working on, and having the assistant now is going to be awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
So follow her on social media. Watch her videos. I mean, they're funny, they're quirky, they're really cool, very informative, and very well done.
Thank you.
A good example.
Yeah, my Instagram, and I was gonna say we should all maybe also in the notes put in your handles so that we can all follow each other. And I follow Adam. Adam's fantastic. He's got really great market updates and super informative, but they're engaging. You know, it's easy to lose. People lose interest, all this stuff coming at us, and it's kind of like scroll. So but he does a great job of kind of capturing your attention and giving you really informative information. So yeah, I'd love to follow all of you guys.
Cool. Miss Kennedy.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Looks like I'm the only Southern person here in the room.
I'm from Beaumont, Texas. You can't be much more Southern than that.
I am Keisha Kennedy. I am also an Army veteran. I'm here in Georgia. I am the broker owner of Legacy South Real Estate Group. I currently have 4 agents right now. And I've been in real estate a little over 16 years almost now. I'm actually coming up on my first year anniversary of opening my brokerage, which was December 6th. So I'm excited about that. I'm, like everybody else, I am just happy to be here and to meet you all. I've talked to several people who have coaches, and none of them have told me anything extensive like Coach Ray is doing with the emails and the mastermind group. And he's constantly feeding, information and ways to help us grow. So I'm so glad that I got a chance to be paired with Coach Ray here. He's been definitely been a great game changer for me. I won't be in Nashville, but I definitely look forward to getting to know and growing with.
You're going to be at the elite retreat? You going to that?
I'm not.
No. Okay.
No.
So I'll brag real quick. So she's got an event coming up. Is it this Saturday?
Yes, this Saturday. I'm having a client appreciation. I rented out a theater to show Black Panther.
How much is it costing you?
Nothing. I'm very, one thing I am very good at.
Spill your secrets, because I just dropped a load of money on my client appreciation event. So tell us your ways, oh wise one.
Well, one thing I am very good at, and that's leverage. I leverage my sponsors. I leverage my partners, my vendors, my closing attorneys, my lenders, my inspectors. I leverage them. And the way I'm like, hey, I'm giving you business, support my business. It goes both ways. So, and because of the amount of business that we do, they're more than happy to sponsor. I never have an issue asking for sponsorship and support. So between all of my sponsors and vendors, it didn't cost me anything but some gift bags.
Awesome.
And right now we have about 125 registered.
Coming to the event. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And 100% paid for. Can't beat that, right? I like free.
So don't be afraid to ask for those, sponsorships.
It's just, that's great that you got the whole thing. I mean, my event's costing me, but it's generates. I mean, I have no problem paying for something that I know is gonna be tenfold, and it's so much fun. But I did not get enough funds from all my support, but that's okay.
Yeah, and also I also enlisted like a couple of places that I've had some events that have brought business. Like there's a wine bar that's one of my sponsors. So if you ever frequent places, get to know the managers, the owners, and if they see that you're bringing them business, they happily sponsor.
I think Ray is gonna tag you to give us all a chat about that. I know how his mind works already. He tagged me to do this, and I know he's tagging each one of you to do something. I think you're gonna be social media. I think you're gonna do the sponsorship and all that.
My notes.
I know where this is going. So I know
we're all gonna have lots of homework tonight.
Right.
Yep.
Me too.
All right. So Keisha also posted the video. She was wearing her friend's t-shirt. She posted a video on Tom Ferry, the private Tom Ferry page, and got a referral that day just from that video.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Very cool. So don't be shy, right, Keisha?
Don't be shy.
All right, Tammy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tammy Miller. I'm in Satellite Beach, Florida. I live very close to a military base, so I'll be happy to connect with all the veterans here. I've been in real estate for 5 years. I used to work for a boutique brokerage that I loved very much, and it was acquired by one Sotheby's, so I took it as an opportunity to go out on my own. I opened my brokerage a couple of months ago, and I decided it was time to not just do everything willy-nilly, even though it was working for me. I really want to treat my business as a business, so I'm here with Tom Ferry Coaching to get all my systems in place and processes.
So
That's
Wonder Woman, Superwoman here. She's got twin babies, going through so much in life, right? And just starting a brokerage. Was number one.
It's the year of change.
Number one agent at her previous brokerage for several years or 2 years. So lots of stuff going on.
Hey, Ray, I have a thing to say, you know, because we're on the cusp of getting there to our brokerage, and we're trying to put all of our systems into place. For those of you guys who have your own brokerages and just started, or maybe you're like your 1-year anniversary, if there's any tips, because we've talked to Ray about it a little bit, anything that you can kind of advise us on, what, look at this, put this in place, consider this. We would absolutely love that, advice.
Several of you on here. We haven't gotten to David down here yet, but like Adam used to own his brokerage. He changed, went back to Keller Williams for a specific reason. He'll talk about it probably sometime. But so he's got experience with owning his own brokerage too. Keisha Treva, who's trying to get on here soon, hopefully. She's owns her own brokerage and killing it in Houston as well. So okay, Miss Asila.
Hi everyone, Asila. Recently moved to the Oakland area. I was licensed in DC, Virginia, Maryland. I was associate broker for Taylor Properties. Joined Tom Ferry coaching program to expand my business in California market. I was still working with investors and developers and wholesalers, and that was the only niche that I was working on. So I didn't do any referral farming, marketing, nothing. It was all referral for me. I also work for the IRS. I'm a senior op advisor, and then I also teach in universities, and then do real estate. So those are the 3 things I do.
And you work for the IRS too? Come on.
Yes. I'm a senior op advisor at the IRS. So real estate is kind of part-time, but even with part-time, I did 44 transactions last year. So I'm hoping to do, adding one more state, I can do more than that, but it's a learning curve. I'm almost there, but not there yet.
Heavy experience with investors, investments.
Yes,
Fix and flip and lots of stuff.
I do have background with construction and everything. When I was in DC, Virginia, Maryland, we used to purchase rundown properties, flip it, put it back on the market, and then in a process learn the permitting, the different vendors I used to use, and then as a result, I constantly get other investors to come in and then just help them out with what they were trying to do.
Yeah,
so,
cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. David, you ready? You're on mute.
Oh, you're on mute.
Still mute.
All right. How about that? Okay. I'm Dave Mettendorf. I'm in Muskegon, Michigan. I've been selling real estate for 35 years. And I'm always trying to learn new stuff and expand my knowledge.
Broker owner.
So yeah, I'm broker owner. But I do.
Uh-oh, froze. There we go.
Mute again.
You're on mute again.
All right. So anyway, I do 95% of the business here. I'm trying to train. I've been tracking agents that want to learn business, which are the most work, and I'm hoping that if I spend time with them, they won't get stolen from me.
So, David, how long have you owned your brokerage?
I've been in. I think I worked for other people 10 of the last 35 years. So most of a long time.
Okay. All right. Great. So tons and tons of experience. You broke up a lot. So how long have you been in real estate?
5 years. I just had a 35-year anniversary party in October.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had a big event up there. Drove a lot of people there. Did you have all that paid for? Almost, right? Quite a bit.
No, I think we paid for most of it. We had a couple vendors come, but we paid for it, but it was worth it. So Did you see did you see the text I sent you about being on the news yesterday?
I saw the text, but I didn't have a chance to read it yet. I was trying to get ready for this. Yeah.
As a rule, if a reporter ever calls you, you call them before appraisers and your mother.
Oh, nice.
When you get free publicity, it's good. So one of the local stations interviewed me, and I brought in one of my agents, and we were just talking about how to save money in this real estate market by how to negotiate. And so we were lucky. We had 3 minutes on the local news last night.
Wow, that's good. Good advertising. All right. So, hey, Treva, welcome. Let's go to Erica, though, first.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Erica Rivera, and I'm in Yuma, Arizona. I am really excited. I'm very excited to be a part of this mastermind group. This is the first time I ever joined a coaching program. And mainly because I've been, like everyone else, extremely busy these last few years. So I've been very busy helping everyone else, except I haven't nurtured myself. So now that we are kind of shifting, going into a normal market, I have time now to work on myself. And so the one thing that I realized is that I haven't really focused on myself and growing and getting the right coaching, the right training, the basically having the right people around me or surrounded by the right people. So hence why I'm here. I am excited to be to be a part of this group. It sounds like we are a powerhouse, and we will be growing together and basically helping each other move on to bigger and better. So yes, I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to collaborating and networking with each and every one of you.
Erica, so she's being very humble, bragging herself a little bit. You're the number 117th agent in your market. Is that what it is?
So there are in the Yuma market, Yuma County, there are about 120 agents here. I am currently in the top 5. In my brokerage, I am number 1 agent with over 70 transactions this year. I have about 15 left before the end of the year. And I have a team of 5 agents. One will be joining this week as we speak. So I love empowering them. I love coaching them. I love motivating them. That is more of my niche. But then again, I love working with people, and I love what I do. But yes, I've worked very, very hard and have accomplished some pretty heavy hitting goals this year.
How many active listings do you have right now?
I have about a dozen active listings right now.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about a dozen active listings. Again, like I said, all of these records that I've broken this year, all of these things, I wasn't even working towards them. I was just working towards becoming a better agent, becoming a better team lead. Mm-hmm. So now that, again, I have time to focus on myself, I almost feel like I don't know what the heck to do. I'm like, how do I go on to the next step? What do I need to do now to build a better foundation, to build a solid team, a top producing team? So I am very driven when I'm motivated and inspired. And so there are times, yes, the motivators need the motivating, and that's exactly why I'm here today.
Awesome, Erica. You're in the right place. This is what I love to do, right?
Absolutely.
Building something to the next level and getting creative. That's what fuels me.
Sure, absolutely. Right. Yes. And I am looking forward to new ideas, to fresh ideas, to again, like I said, collaborate with powerful social media influencers, creative minds, and motivational, agents who will take us to the next level.
Cool. Thank you. Miss
Absolutely.
Taylor Carter, how are you?
Hi, good morning.
What's going on?
Not much. Hi, guys. I am new to Tom Ferry training. I have been an agent about 3 years, so I'm not as accomplished as some of you, but I hope to be as accomplished as some of you here soon. I'm definitely learning a lot, and I'm thankful to be here.
So, okay, a little bit of your background. What you've got a lot of experience, and
I do. I work a lot with investors. So I've got that skill. I'm up here in Redding, California. So Northern California, northern than Sacramento, but south of the Oregon border. So we're kind of a small town up here, but we're growing. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. I love the investor background and history, experience. So I know I've talked with many of you about the like the investor pick of the week email and stuff. So I think that's going to be something huge for Taylor. But Miss Treva, the rock star, what is going on?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Treva Christopher. I am the broker and owner of the Christopher Dynasty Real Estate Group. We are based in Katy, Texas, right outside of Houston, so surrounding metropolitan area of Houston. I have been in real estate for 6.5 years now, going on 7. I have owned my own brokerage for a year now. I have a total of 18 agents that are in my brokerage or part of the brokerage. The growth has just been tremendous over this last year. I am new to coaching. I have never coached before, but I have done a bunch of designations, brought into several different training courses, platforms, things like that, all the fluff. I have learned, I've been in coaching here at Tom Ferry for about a month now, right at a month. And this is the best investment I could have ever made for myself, for my career. I've been mentoring agents since for 5 years now, but I have never really poured into myself. Just the resources and the tools that I've gotten within this last month is just beyond unmatched of what I can find out there. I'm really good when it comes to direct mail, which I have pretty much learned from the free resources that Tom Ferry has put out on his YouTube channel. And I've just kind of put my own twist on it and have made it to be the main source of how I get listings here. I specialize in selling new construction homes, particularly helping people build their homes, because new construction is basically all what's around me. So I'm looking to just kind of expand for as the different outlets and funnels of how I have leads pouring into my business. So that's why I'm here. I'm looking to collaborate with other like-minded individuals to help me get to that next height in my career.
So 2 other things I want to mention though, quickly. Tell them about your van. Just 30 seconds on that.
Okay, so I just recently purchased a Mercedes Sprinter van, which I offer to all of the agents that are a part of my brokerage to have as an a la carte service, providing a luxury experience to all clients in all price points. And then I also recently opened it up to other co-op brokerages as well. I use it as a marketing strategy and a tool to be a part of my firm. And top of the year, I'm going to roll out something, I don't know what, but trying to cater to luxury agents, offering a different split because they really see the value in that.
Yeah, right. So I saw the video too on YouTube. Was your husband driving it, the white gloves and everything? He drives the van, he's got white gloves, and they do new construction tours, and they take people to closings, pick them up, take them there, and then bring them back home. And they're renting it out for what? Would you say like $400, $600 an hour or something like that?
No, 600 for, so it's a 4-hour minimum, 150 an hour. So basically 600 for the service. It is pretty much we give red carpet, wine, just like setting the whole ambience, doing their pictures, like everything. So people are really buying into the experience. I had a closing yesterday, showcased it, did the whole shebang, and it's just like, social media is blowing up. So yeah, it's a whole nother marketing strategy of doing content day just for the sprinter.
So 19 agents now, and you've had your brokerage for a year?
Well, yeah, we have 18. So yep, December 3rd was actually our ribbon cutting, but I signed the first agent November 1st of last year. So
that's awesome. That's freaking awesome. So I see other people here nodding their heads when you're talking, going, yeah. And so Amber just going through hiring her an assistant right now, and tell us your experience about the Perfect Real Estate Assistant course and kind of what you've been leveraging lately with your daughter and your VA.
So I'm going through all of the training modules of the Perfect Real Estate Assistant. So I've had a VA for actually today made 2 years that I've had my VA. She's in the Philippines. But using this this system that that the virtual assistant that Ray has sent to me, the Perfect Real Estate Assistant, it's helped me to put a whole lot of things in place. My perspective on what a virtual assistant, what an assistant actually does. I have been like totally not afraid, but delegation was very hard for me. Being able to lift duties up off of myself. I realized, I seen it, that it was stunning my growth. I couldn't get to where I needed to be, trying to keep all hats, wearing all hats and doing everything. So the Perfect Assistant, Real Estate Assistant, this course has really defined for me, as well as my VA and my assistant, which is my daughter, who is a licensed realtor. And I do have her on payroll, but just being able to delegate these duties, and like now I'm able to be here. Well, I'm working from home today, but my daughter's a licensed assistant. She's out pulling lock boxes, meeting with one of our listings that we just actually signed. So things that normally will have me in the field. She's put together our operating manual. Well, what is it called? The
operations manual. Yeah.
The operations manual of all, like everything to do, just everything from start to finish. When it comes to a buyer, she's conducting phone consultations, literally like everything. This has been like a breeze this week. Oh my God, it's just been amazing. I cannot talk enough about the Perfect Real Estate Assistant. Y'all should watch it.
And so
life changing.
2 weeks ago, right? I mean, she was just like, just stressed to the max, and she was doing everything and, paying all these other people to do nothing.
Yeah, basically.
Look at her today. I mean, see the smile on her face. He's relaxed.
Yes. I can work from home, not have to go into the office, and still manage all the broker hats and duties, and still trying to manage my business, follow up with clients, all of that. So really my assistant does everything from the follow up with the CMAs, with our lead generating strategies, following up in our CMA, not our CMA, I use Chime. So, working in our Chime, our database, following up and touching on every single person, like literally everything. And I can focus on recruitment, popping in when I need to, chiming in when I need to, but I don't want to talk to anybody that doesn't need my immediate attention.
So nobody wants to work at a brokerage though, unless there's like $500 a transaction or something, right? You can't do like a 70-30 split, can you?
I have my agents on a 70-30 split.
Oh.
Yeah. So
19.
Yep. 70-30 if you come in, no production. So I do have, I have what I call production requirements, and they're in tiers. So 70-30 for our market, our average sales price is $403,000 now, but If you have under 1.8 million volume in sales, less than 6 transactions, all of my agents go on a 70-30 commission split. Once they've hit that, they go to 80-20. Nobody ever caps and go to 100% commission. They're on a 95-5 until they're reset, because I promote all of my agents, all of the resources, tools that I give them, all the training that I pour into them, because I promote all of my agents and have such a high presence. I never know where they're getting a lead from. So it could be just because you're affiliated with my firm, which a lot of people do get leads and, capture clients just because they are affiliated with me. So,
but she pours her soul into them. I mean, she trains and trains and trains, and it's all about the value proposition, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Very good.
Shiva, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have broker associates with your brokerage?
I only have one agent who is a broker, but she's a broker in Louisiana. So she's licensed here in Louisiana, but here in Texas, she has a regular salesperson license. But education-wise, she does. But no, I don't have any broker associates here.
Oh, okay.
And you were born and raised in Houston, Triva, right? You know everybody there?
Nope. I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. I've only been in the Houston metropolitan area since Katrina. Basically 2007 is when I relocated here, but I did not get into real estate until 2016. So no sphere of influence, no nothing. I built this business up from scratch.
That's awesome. Cool. Oh, okay. Good job, guys. I thought that was pretty good. Get a little background on everyone. But let's jump into the presentation here. We're already 45 minutes in, so we got to get cooking.
All right.
So I am going to share my screen real quick. I think. All right, how we doing? You see me?
Yes.
So I don't know. Did any of you guys watch the Rocky video? Tony Robbins Rocky thing on Facebook? Chime in. Anybody see it?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
I know a couple of, I remember a couple of comments on there. Very inspiring. I thought just very cool. If you love the movie Rocky and Tony Robbins telling the story, it's very interesting. 9 minutes long. I can't believe we've never heard that story before, as popular as the movie was and things. But anyway, all right, you see me in full screen now?
Yes.
So I taught this class before at the Keller Williams office, but I've talked to several of you about it at a kind of a high level, and I just thought it'd be good to kind of reteach it here quickly and let you guys ask any questions of it. But these are my 10 rules of marketing. I know I've told all of you several times, but I study a lot of marketing outside of real estate. I just got so tired of the monkey see, monkey do stuff that real estate agents do. Everybody does the exact same thing. They send out just listed, just sold, and everybody's got their picture in their upper left-hand corner of their business cards, and they still put fax numbers on there. Why? I don't know. Just those kind of things, because everybody else does, and that's the way it's always been done. So they do it that way. Well, how many people fail in real estate? Something like 87% within 5 years, something like that, right? Well, so the majority is usually wrong. I can tell you that right now. The majority is very average to even failing and getting out of the business. So be different, be the purple cow. If you haven't read that book, that's a great book, marketing book. Try to stand out and be different. So if you can follow these 10 rules, the majority, we can't always follow every single one of them. It doesn't always apply, but the more you can follow, I've got a little one-page sheet that I used to keep on my wall at the Keller Williams, and it was right in front of me. Every time before I sent anything out, I would read through that list real quick and see, okay, does it meet that? Does it meet that? Does it meet this? And if not, I would try and go back and retweak it. The more of these rules that you can follow, the better your success will be. Okay. And some of you may have seen this class on my YouTube channel before, but I thought we would redo it here. So just quickly, but and when we talk about this, I'd like you to keep an open mind and not just say that won't work in my business because I'm different, or I'm luxury, or that's not whatever. Try to think about, how can I make it work in my business? Okay. So number one, there has to always be an offer. Just sending out the branded stuff with your beautiful photo. Hopefully it's relevant and new. That's great. Everybody thinks you're beautiful and you're super handsome, and everything you sell, everything you touch turns to sold, all that stuff. That's great, but it needs to be about them. There's a lot of marketing books and stuff going around, talking about telling the story and making them the hero of the story. Same kind of thing. Make it about them. There needs to always be an offer. What's in it for them, right? It's not about you. Nobody cares about you. If you've been doing branding for a long, long time, and you have a good geo farm or something like that going, that's great. It's really, really hard to break into something brand new with brand alone. You need to have an offer. I've talked to a lot of you about, I've got my three free offers that we offer that you can put at the bottom of your email signatures. And you can put it at the bottom of just about every piece you send out. They're very good. They're very effective. So there always has to be some sort of an offer. That makes sense? A reason to reach out to you guys. Oh, I got it wrong. There will always be a reason to respond right now. That's a big fat sloth. You might know what a sloth is. They move very, very slowly. So anytime you're putting some instructions with your offer in any type of marketing piece, think about this big fat sloth laying on a couch with Cheetos on their chest and a beer in a hand or something. What's going to make them get up off that couch and go opt into your offer? It's got to be strong. It needs to be a reason to do it now, because if they don't do it now, they're going to forget. But if the offer is so compelling, they need to do it. We can't always do that in real estate because it doesn't always make sense, right? So you're probably thinking, what's a reason to respond right now? Well, limited time only, limited special. Most of our things are services, so it might come across as salesy. But if there is a way to work in a limited time or only so many of these items that we have to sell, if there is a good way to work it in. Just try to think about it when you're going through this. Okay. I wanted to, in my other time I taught this class, it just kind of popped into my head at one point right before I was teaching it. I went on to GoDaddy and I bought the URL SantaFeOpenHouse.net. And so I was just thinking about how can we create an offer. So I was using that as an example, but a good offer might be text. Not, an offer is not call me or text me with all your real estate needs. I'm here to help. That's not good. Not a good offer. Everybody says that. It's the same old stuff. But a good offer would be something like text OPEN to 303-550-9970, and I will send you a list of the top of the 10 open houses in the area this weekend, or I'll send you a list of every open house this weekend. That's a good offer, right? It's clear. It makes total sense. It's relevant to what you're offering. Gives you a reason to get their information, their phone number, and you respond. And there's autoresponders that you can have do all this stuff for you, but they could just send it to you directly, and you say, "Thanks for opting in. By the way, what's your first name? Thank you, Sarah. What's your last name? Thank you. What's your email address?" And I'll send this right over. Now you've got their phone number, their email address, and their name. So reason to respond right now. Number 3, always be very clear instructions. And I'll send out these slides to everybody if you want them. Just let me know. Very clear instructions. When people get confused, they don't do anything. You have to say, literally go to the stop sign, turn right, go 3 steps, turn left, go to this website, put in your name, address, and phone number, and we'll send this right away. They always need to know what the next step is, what every step is along the way, and what it's going to look like for them. If they are unclear at all, if your postcard you send out looks one way, then the landing page looks a different way, they get confused and they freeze up and they don't do anything. Make it very, very clear. Make it very, very consistent. There will always be tracking and measurement. Every time you create some sort of an ad, or you send something out, it needs to go to a special phone number, a special landing page, or once it gets opted in, it's automatically tagged with this campaign. Some sort of way that you can track every single person. Does that make sense? Like if you put a billboard up on the freeway, you need to get a different phone number or something for some way to track what that billboard is bringing you. And you have to give it a short period of time. And if it's not meeting your expectations that period of time, pull it. It's got to go. We got to try something else. The only thing that matters are results. Good? Yes? No? All clear? All right. Branding. I love brands, right? I worked in Neiman Marcus. I worked in Marshall Fields. I'm big on brands. I like it, but branding should be a byproduct of your direct response marketing. What that means is some of the best ways, and we kind of touched on this briefly with Adam earlier in his geofarming that he's doing, right? Things go out with very little real estate realtor information on there. Do the very, very bare minimum so that you are compliant with the laws of the state. But once they opt in, now they start getting your branding. They start seeing your face and your information. That's how you get into a geofarm or another area where there's dominant agents in there. All good? Clear? Make sense?
Yeah.
So follow-up. There has to always be follow-up. Anytime you create any sort of marketing material and someone opts in, what are your next steps, right? You go to an open house, people go to an open houses, hold open houses all the time, and they get 20 names, and then they don't do anything with them. You have to have the campaigns written and ready to go. Otherwise, you are just throwing your money away. I know you've all listened to Tom, right? He says that the money is in the follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. Money is in the follow-up. Adam, how cool is the follow-up already done for the geofarming?
It's much easier now that it's done. And I mean, I created a system with my assistant, so we know what's coming as we do newsletters and updated market analysis as things change in the market. I think at the beginning it was a little bit overwhelming, but once you kind of get a clear checklist, it's been quite easy, to be honest. And only in 2 months, 9 opt-ins, and we're getting ready to do another reminder. Those are just leads that have people, wanting some type of information that we really didn't pay for, but for postage.
The key is having relevant information to what they opted in and just a system for follow-up until they are ready to buy. Not everybody's ready to buy right now. That's great. The ones that are, right? That's why you got to have that initial phone call when someone opts in. But then what's your follow-up system from now until eternity, until they are ready to buy? And then they go to the next steps. The 2 email a week, I've talked to a lot of you about the luxury pick and the investor pick of the week. That's a follow-up system right there for any of these people. That's a bare minimum, but it's a good one. People won't opt out, and you can stay top of mind. Okay. Strong copy, right? There, you have to have very strong call to actions. Very clearly written, but strong. Ask for the business, right? I like the analogy I've heard of, you can't send some kind of wimpy little scrawny guy to go in and ask for your business. You want to send Arnold Schwarzenegger in there to ask for the business. Don't be a girly man. Ask for the business straight up. Just say it. Come out with it. Can I get your name, address, and phone number to opt you into my system? Okay. All right. Mail order advertising. This is what it looks like. This is what works. Okay. We all tend to have a tendency to say, oh, that's kind of cheesy. Oh, that looks so cheesy. Well, I'm telling you, cheese sells. It works. The thing about copywriting is it doesn't speak to everyone, and it might look cheesy, but to the people that are interested and they do have an inkling in what you're offering, it speaks to them. Right, Adam? The first round of postcards that goes out, it's kind of cheesy looking. It's not highly branded. It doesn't make you look like you're, the luxury agent, the best thing in the world. But it speaks to the people who have an inkling of selling in the next couple of years, and they opt in. Now your branding starts happening, and you've got a system to follow up with them. Okay. 2 more. Oh, here's some bonuses I found today. And again, I'll share this to you. The best fonts for email, the best fonts for online, and the best fonts for print. And these are according to very famous, very successful copywriters like Gary Halbert. These are extremely successful, very wealthy, rich people. So I will send that to you all. Number 9, results rule, period. Doesn't matter what your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, wife thinks about your marketing. The only thing that matters is what your customers say. The people who put money in your pocket, that's what matters. All the other real estate agents in your office, they say, oh, well, you don't look good in that picture. It doesn't matter. They don't get a vote. Only votes that count are the people who put money in your bank account. The more opt-ins you get. I don't care if it's not pretty, right? Pretty. I've heard the analogy, right? I can help you get rich, or I can help you get famous. It's a lot cheaper to get rich than famous. So results rule. All right. Number 10. Oh, okay. You become a tough-minded disciplinarian and keep your marketing on a strict direct response type of diet. This is what's called direct response marketing. You put an offer out there and they directly respond to that offer for that thing, not just branding that's very general and that's weak. Nothing strong about it. All right. Any questions about any of this? It was pretty quick, but I don't think it needs a whole lot more time. But I can send out this presentation, and I can also send out the little 1-page bullet points if you want to print it out, stick it next to your computer, stick it on your wall. Every time you send an email or do anything marketing wise, read through that list first. What do you guys think?
Amazing.
Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Can you follow? No questions at all. We're going to do it.
Question though. So the fact that you have to measure it, does it mean each time you have a campaign? Okay, let's say for instance, you're doing something very specific. Do you put, and if you're going to do it over time, let's say geomarketing, for instance, do you put the same number? That way you know it's from that particular campaign, even though you're putting it for a period of time, or do you have it there just for a period of time and you change it each time or after that period is over?
So if you have a geo farm, like Adam's going to be starting his second farm here pretty quickly. So he's going to keep track of his first geo farm, every dollar he spends on that one, and how many leads he's getting, and then how many conversions. And then that way he'll be able to track that farm, what his return on the investment is. And then when he starts a new one, he's going to track that one separately.
Okay.
So we go through a lot of analysis, and I've got a video I know several of you have watched on how to analyze a geographic farm. What you want to look for when you are when you're going to pick a geographic farm that you want to use. Does that answer your question, Sophia?
It does. Thank you.
Any type of pay-per-click, you break it down into oh gosh, I can't remember what they call it. Not keywords, but they different campaigns, and you track each one of those campaigns. Each campaign could have several different keywords in there, but you're tracking and measuring everything. And the things that are not getting results, you cank them, and you tweak the other ones. You split test. You're constantly going back and forth. How can I, if you got an email that you can send out to 1,000 different people, send the first email out to a third of them, and tweak the subject line. Send another third to another group, and another third to it. Tweak it again. See which ones get best results, and you can start narrowing it in. You can start realizing who your audience is and kind of what they like to click on, what attracts them more. I think I forgot to mention something. Here on number 7, there'll be strong copy. I've got a bonus here. There's an acronym called AIDA. AIDA stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. AIDA, attention, interest, desire, and action. If you're writing an email, if you're writing a story, if you're writing a movie, if you're writing a book, that's the copywriter's formula. So they call the copywriter's formula, AIDA. Attention, you got to have a subject line that is sexy, right? People just delete it if it's not. It's got to be something that is very intriguing. It's very novel, very different to grab someone's attention. If it's the same old crap that they see, then they will delete it and keep moving on. So you got to get their attention with the subject line. I sent out recently, right, some sexy subject lines that get results, something like that I sent to you guys. Interest. So the next part, the very top first sentence of the paragraph, first sentence of the email, you want to talk about some things that's going to really grab their interest quickly. You guys have all seen like a YouTube video, Jason Pantana talks about something very, very similar. You've got to have the hook in the video, right? Nobody cares that you want to go through a 30-second introduction of who you are. If you do that in the very beginning of the video, they're out. They're going to bounce. They don't care who you are. What's in it for them? So that's the interest. Hey, in today's video, we're going to talk about the raise 10 rules of marketing. Follow these rules and you will guarantee better success. Then you say, my name is Ray Rice. Come to my channel, subscribe and like. You got to tell them what you're going to tell them. So desire, then you want to build up the desire. Very good example was the email I sent out about this. I followed that formula when I sent that email. Was anybody intrigued by the email at all? How to virtually guarantee your success in every marketing piece you send out. I followed the AIDA when I sent that out. And then the action, what to do at the end. Go to this website, register, click on this link when it's time to watch the presentation. Okay. Oh, gosh, well, we are way over. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize that the introductions were going to take so long. But Manuel, Renee, turn it over to you guys. Let's do that quickly.
Ready.
Be respectful.
All right. So bear with us while we share our screen.
Yeah, go for it.
I think we may. I don't know if you can see it, but hold on, give me a moment. That's the password. All right. Great.
We're not seeing your screen yet.
No.
All right. Can you see it now?
No.
Give us a moment. We have, oh, okay. All right, give us a moment. Here we go. Should see it now, correct?
Yep.
All right. So great tips, Ray. We love your tips and bits. We love everybody's intro and what you got to bring to this. We are super excited that a lot of you have a lot of experience, and please, I feel very humble doing this because I know this is probably something that you've tackled many years ago, many moons ago, and you know, this is probably something that if you use it, great. If you don't, great also. But we are a sponge, and we would love to absorb as much information from you all, aside from away from here, so we don't take too much time in helping us get to the next level in our step of this real estate journey that we're trying to take together. I'm trying to be the perfect assistant and wear my white gloves when I drive her around. So I love the Mercedes idea, and I saw your video, and all the other ideas you guys have are awesome. And Ray always talks about value. So I think in this, the value that we can add to this is something that is very quick and easy for the clients, potential buyers and sellers to fill out. So you can catch the things that we need to put in the system for that particular person or persons. Again, it is Adobe fillable form. We use the CRM, or I manage the CRM for her, which is KV Core. I know some of you use many of different ones, but I took all the fields that I required for me to put in KV Core, and we kind of took this form out of another, I want to say it was Reminder Media, and we kind of tailored it as Ray asked us to do. So this first one, it's a buyer questionnaire, of course, name, phone number, self-explanatory. When we were talking to Ray about the things that we need to catch in order to do other things in the sphere of influence, birthday is the one that came up. So you have the birthday field for both person one and person two, or husband and wife, whatever we're talking about. Of course, you got a preferred contact, text, email, phone number. That way we know which is the best way to kind of send them information so far and so on. And also another thing that came about in the sphere of influence, social media. So that's why this block is here. And I know a lot of you are very specialized in that. So we are very interested in knowing your tactics. And that's why we're going to this EDGE event here in Nashville to kind of get a little more insight on how we can capture some business from social media. So that's what that is here. Of course, a little more information to them as far as if they're currently renting, what kind of property they have, and then we get down to a little more personal. And in this area here is another one of the big ones that Ray talks about, or is always talked about in the sphere of influence, as far as dates and concerns, names. Ray always talks about color, movie, pets, their names, cat, dog, ferret, you name it. So this area will be where you would try to capture that. Again, this form is very, please, I humble myself. This is very simple. If you guys got a different system, a better form, by all means share. If is there a point in which I'm talking that you want to chime in and say, hey, you forgot this, or how about you put this? I'm very welcome to that, so everybody can get the benefit out of it. So again, self-explanatory. And again, Ray talks about this all the time. We recently Tom Ferry co-cheese now that with him, and this is one of the first things he hit us as far as developing our systems. We had a database already established, being that she's been a realtor for a long while. So it was just some tweaking that had to be done, and then the famous top 150 is what caught our attention. So Ray, I think we thank you for that, and I know you most of you probably know about it. So I think this will help us, that top 150, narrow it down and kind of get what we need, so we can proceed with the other sphere of influence stuff that Ray kind of help us with?
I think it kind of helps too with the touching back of our clients, because I know a lot of the time, I know I have a hard time, you know, once you've worked with them and it's, you know, a couple of weeks in, you're still maybe reaching back with them. But then after months go by, sometimes we forget to touch, you know, to go back. So with these dates in here, children's birthdays, anniversaries, these are just ways to, like Ray had mentioned, for the kids' birthday, send them a little $5 card to Baskin Robbins for an ice cream, or just a card saying happy birthday. Here's a $5 Starbucks card to go and enjoy a coffee, a tea, a hot cocoa, or something. It really does put us first of mind in those things, even after we've worked with them months ago.
I was just about to say, talk about what you're going to do with that information, right? Like the Baskin Robbins, $5 Baskin Robbins card for the kids, right?
Right.
Yeah, the parents are going to just be really endeared to you if you remember their kid's birthday or their dog's birthday.
Interest, you know, if they have kids that love to go to the movies or McDonald's or whatever, if you make a note of that in here, this will help you kind of tailor it to that person, that family, those children, those pets, and how you can best help them think that you're remembering them and how their family dynamic is, you know.
So this is where that area kind of captures. Of course, again, it could be more. There's more to it than just a few things. Ray talked about, of course, in the email, some other things that we can send in the sphere of influence to kind of keep that, remembering that client in touch and keep that relationship going past the closing, which is what we want, so they can come back and bring business and be you could be there forever realtor or broker or whatever. So again, this here is more now switching into a buyer's mode, and to where they'll tell you a little bit more about what their finances, if they're a veteran, if they are, you know, basically self-explanatory, type of loan they're desiring, and all those things. Then we move on to the type of home that they are kind of looking for, number of bedrooms, single family, if they're an investor, or this is not investing, but if they're looking for a duplex, or if they're looking to live in a mobile home, or if they're looking to live in a ranch style home, so far and so on. There's people, of course, as you know, that are very specific about what they want. I want a home that is built before the 70s, and I want 2 bedrooms with an outhouse or whatever. So this can capture the majority of it.
That was funny, Manuel. I'm laughing at that. That was funny.
Then again,
but too, if you're like me, I used to remember stuff right off the bat, but after you start working with several clients, everything starts to kind of get mixed around in my head. So with that being said, to have this type of form to just kind of have them check off, it helps you to go back and remember, once you put them in a file or in your CRM, to make those a notes, and then you can pull them up and have them at your disposal. Yeah. You know,
that is exactly why this form is a little bit more detailed in terms of its specifics, because a lot of clients are some of them are very detailed, and you can put in the CRM, or I put in the CRM, they're looking for this and this and this. And some CRMs don't narrow it down to the white cabinets with the handles on the left side of the door. So it's there's a reason why it's done like this. Again, type of neighborhood, a lot of them
100% agree. And I definitely think anytime if you get leads from any other systems like Zillow or Realtor.com, tag them with a city or a zip code or something and that they came in on. That way you can go back and do more specific targeting. I've done video walkthroughs of houses, right? People that are ghosting me and they stop talking to you. You know, you go show them a few houses, then they start ghosting. Don't even ask them permission. Just go and do a video walkthrough of a house, send it to them, said, hey, I was thinking of you. That's all you say. And they'll come back and they'll stop ghosting you. But you can't have that information if you don't tag them. Then you go do one video walkthrough for one city, and then you can send it to all the people in your database who were tagged with that city.
And if you know the detailed specifics, I mean, this person, I mean, pool is a very easy one, but some of them are getting down to hardwood floors only in the living room. I mean, I've seen it with her. Some of them are very specific. So having this kind of helps you go back. Again, neighborhood, top areas, a lot of people want to live in specific side of town, close to specific place, because close to specific school. So this can help you kind of narrow that down. And then on the a little bit of when is the best times. We've had leads that are very specific. Do not contact me from 8 to 5, or do not contact me Tuesdays and Thursdays after 1 because I go golfing. So this is what we put. Okay, we need to call this client or text this client. Some people say only text. So text the client on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 12, between 8 and 12. But that's why this is here. So moving on to the buyer switching to a seller. So this form at the top has the information, and then at the bottom, then you can keep going. A little bit repetitive at here, but then when you get to the middle part of the form, this is somebody that you're about to list their home. So same thing, type of home, year built, type of property they have, and then the features that the home has. A lot of times when you do the listing appointment, you get to the home and there's things that you miss. So having this form filled out by them, we've had sellers that are very specific about, say, a water filtration system. Oh, this thing was put in yesterday and it cost me 10 grand and it does this and this and this. And they want to see that in the listing for some reason. So this is where you can capture that. Reason for selling, of course, moving, if they're going somewhere, military, or they're just for the job, or they're just retiring somewhere else. This is where you can capture that. If they're looking to buy a property, you can capture that here, wherever they're going, and this is where the referral can come, and you can tie that. We've had the client that I'm talking about, the water filtration, was moving to North Carolina, so we were able to refer that client to an agent in North Carolina because he told us straight up, I'm buying a house after I sell this one, and da-da-da. So that's where you can kind of capture that.
Hey, that's a good point, right? Maybe a good question on here would be, do you need an agent in another area?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, and maybe
just ask them straight up, like the 10 rules. Be straight, be tough.
Yes.
So maybe we need to put that on here.
So maybe I can add a block here. When are you buying or purchasing a home, or you buying another home, and maybe I can.
Do you need help with a
referral?
Do you need help with a
referred agent?
Well, like I was going to say, a rock star agent, or do you need help with a high quality agent in that area? Like that.
Okay.
So that we can add agent for referral. All right. And then moving down to the bottom, of course, this area here can help you do the net proceeds sheet where you can figure out, well, how much, if the house is still has a mortgage, how much they have left. So you can kind of, I think Renee is very good at that value part where you can tell the client, hey, this is how much you're netting, and this is, bringing that up, because a lot of people, that's all they care about. I'm selling my home and I'm making this much. And then again, the times that are available for showing, we've encountered several instances where the house is being rented, and now we're going through one specifically that we having a little bit of a hard time with the tenant. So that is when you can put on here, of course, the tenant only wants to show da. Some tenants don't want the house to be shown. A lot of investment properties you can only show it during the option period. So this is something where you can capture that. And we get to the bottom of the form, and that is basically it. Again, I went through it kind of fast, and I think I posted it on the mastermind group. But again, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence. All of you have way more experience than I'm trying to be the perfect assistant, so I'm in diapers. She's been doing this way longer than me. So again, I didn't want to insult anybody's intelligence, but I think the main.
I have a couple of thoughts if anybody else.
The main reason why I think we are doing this is to capture those important things that to keep that sphere of influence going. Those dates, those little interest things, and such.
Just to be more personable too.
Right, just so we can, hey, how is your dog Sylvester, or whatever. I know that you're German Shepherd, blah blah blah. So a lot of the tips and bits that Ray's given us to be more personable, and we hear that all the time. We are a little bit different in terms of we are programmed not to share too much information because of our previous, almost 40 years experience combined doing what we did before. So now it's a little bit of an adjustment, trying to switch to a more personable, not saying that we're not, but, sharing the information and knowing and all that. So that's why we kind of created this. Again, open to suggestions and comments. So I'll pass it on to Ray. And if you guys have any other comments after the meeting, we're open to take those in.
Gosh, guys, I'm very sorry. We were way over time, and I didn't realize I have a coaching call right now that I'm late for with Alina, one of our new clients. Anybody else have any other quick thoughts? Let me text her real quick. I thought it was good. Lots of good stuff on there, Manuel. My thought was just. Hope you're going to send probably two different ones, right? One for a buyer, one for a seller, and not the whole form to everyone.
It's on there already. Both of them are connected. So when you print them out, however you're going to need it, just keep.
I break it into two. I break it into two. So you have one specific for buyers.
I can break it into two, of course. Yes.
Yeah, and because it was a little long, people might get, if they see how long it is, they just get frustrated and they don't want to do anything.
Well, that's because they were combined together, but once he breaks it up, it'll
be shorter.
It'll be 2 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So would this be a form you hand out to somebody, and under what circumstance? Is this an event, or under what circumstance would you hand this?
I have some folders that I give to my clients when I first meet them with the client. If it's an investor, if it's because it has the IABS form in there. I also put this in there. The listing, the client one, whatever it is that you're going to be doing, I have my folders. And this is just like, hey, if they're going to be your client in the end, you want to capture all that information. So I put that in there like, hey, I have this in there. If you and I end up having a relationship, a client relationship, please fill that out, because for me, I want to be your realtor for life. I'm not trying to be your realtor just for this transaction. I want to be your realtor for life. And with that being said, I like, my assistant, we like to have the birthdays, all of that information so that we can have that relationship throughout the years.
And this is you can send it to them. Some people don't like paper. You send it to them through email.
You can send it to
and it's Adobe fillable, so they just got to type in it and then print it or send it back to you, and you capture.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great job, guys. I'm sorry. Does anybody else have any other major questions? I need to jump. I gotta go.
Ray, just really quick. Can we have a mastermind on CRMs and what each individual person uses? And I know we always post, hey, what's the best CRM, et cetera, but maybe something in detail on what works for you.
I think that's great. I'll post I'll put a Google Doc spreadsheet on the Facebook page, and then just jump on there and put next to your name what CRM you use.
Okay, perfect.
That sound good?
Yeah, thank you.
I love it. I love CRMs. I've used them all.
Yeah, it seems like it's like a revolving door. Every day there's another CRM, a new CRM, something that's bigger and better. But I just want to, I'm tired of bouncing around. So I'd like to maybe get something that works for me.
I've used them all very deeply, and I understand them all pretty well. There's certain ones that are good for certain things. There's certain ones that are very good for a newer type of agent who just wants the basics because they're just learning, and it's very easy to use, user-friendly. But then you start getting into a lot more robust CRMs with text messaging and autoresponders from the text messaging type of marketing. They can get very involved, and it can get overwhelming for brand new people. And then there's a whole different set if you want to do contract to close portions, and also reporting around that. That's kind of where they all man, there's certain ones that are good at certain things, and none of them cover all of that real well.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, no, I just, yeah, exactly. I agree. So it's very difficult to choose one that is actually going to at least, I mean, they all provide the basics, but one that I can maybe add to or perhaps customize to fit my needs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. All right, guys. Good job. We'll meet again in 2 weeks, and love to hear your feedback. Post some stuff on the Facebook page. Get involved. Get active.
If any one of the rest of y'all want to stay, we can chit chat and kind of get to know each other a little bit better and exchange ideas. I know, Ray, you got to go. So
I think when I jump off, it's going to close this.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry. But I agree. I know I could do this all day. This is a lot of fun.
All right. Well,
hey guys,
thank you.
Go on the Facebook page and post some stuff. See ya.
Have a good one.